الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين أما بعد. So I durood upon him, then your dua will go towards the heaven and towards the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Meaning, what he's trying to say, if you want your dua to be successful, अगर तुम अपनी दुआओं को कामयाबी चाहते हो उसमें, तो पहले दुरूद भेजो, फिर तुम्हारी दुआ कबूल होगी.
माशा सुभान अल्लाह.
Recite durood upon the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, then your du'as will be accepted. Okay? ये अपनी कसरत करें दुरूद शरीफ की. And this month of Ramadan is coming. आप कसरत से हुजूर की दावत में दुरूद भेजें. Make it your habit. कि that have a tasbih wherever you go. I've got a tasbih in my pocket right now. In Yemen. And I have a tasbih in my car and I have a tasbih in my pocket. So, meaning, whenever I get the opportunity, wherever I am, take the tasbih out, start reciting durood upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Durood is one thing you do not need the ijazah of anyone. इसमें किसी की इजाजत की जरूरत नहीं. Meaning, कुछ वज़ाइफ ऐसे हैं, there are certain वज़ाइफ, certain wills that you need certain इजाज़त for it. वो कोई अल्लाह वाला आपको उसकी इजाज़त दे, फिर उसको पढ़े. वगरना उस विल का आपको उल्टा नुकसान हो जाए. It'll have an effect upon you, and if you do not have a acceptance and someone doesn't give you the permission to read it, then you go ahead and read it. I've experienced this myself. कुछ ऐसे विल हैं. For example, एक विल है, it's mentioned in Bukhari Sharif that ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाहुल मालिकुल हक़्क़ुल मुबीन एक वजीफा है. Now this वजीफा ये बंदा इसको 100 बार पढ़े, you read this 100 times, the gates of Jannah open for you. इस तरह की वो जिसे बात है, roughly along these lines. मगर ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह has a direct effect on the heart. इसका दिल पे असर करता है. ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह. And Huzur Data Ali Ujwairi Rahmatullahi Ta'ala alayhi in his Kashf al-Mahjoob आपने लिखा है कि ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह का विर्द नौजवान ना करे. A young person should not do the wird of la ilaha illallah because it is so immense, it has a direct effect on the heart. ऐसा उसका असर है कि बसाओ का बंदे you will go out of your control. ये होता है, it happens with people. La ilaha illallah का विर्द. You try it. I experienced this. मैंने खुद इसकी experience किया. You say la ilaha illallah, कसरत करें. The experience that I had was that my blood pressure started to increase, go high, just by doing la ilaha illallah. बस और कुछ भी नहीं. So मगर वापस अपनी चीज में लेके आ रहा हूँ. I'll give you a very easy way of completing the Quran in the month of Ramadan. You don't need to do a massive effort. What you do is after Fajr, Zuhr, Asr and Maghrib. like Fajr, Zohr, Asr and Maghrib. In every spara there are 4 quarters. हर स्पारे में 4 पाए होते हैं. 4 quarters in one juz, one spara. What you do is after every namaz, Fajr, Zohr, Asr, Maghrib, not Isha. Fajr, Zohr, Asr, Maghrib. Read 1 quarter of his spara. Okay? ये करेंगे, in 30 days you will complete the Quran. Right? You will complete the Quran in the month of Ramadan. Okay? A very, very easy way. It'll take you 15 minutes after every namaz. 15 minutes लगेंगे, एक पाया पढ़ ले, अगली नमाज में, the next namaz, read the next quarter, on the next namaz, read the next quarter, and within 30 days you completed the Quran.
MashaAllah.
Very easy way of completing the Quran in the month of Ramadan. नियत करें कि हम इस महीने में कुरान का पूरी की तिलावत करेंगे
इंशाअल्लाह.
And the month of Ramadan is बरकत upon बरकत. इसमें बरकतें ही बरकतें हैं. एक हरफ पढ़े तो 10 नेकियों के बराबर. Right? You get sawab of 10 good deeds. और रमजान में हर नेकी वैसे ही 70 के बराबर है. Every good deed is times by 70 in the month of Ramadan. So you can just think of how much barakat you'll get just by reciting the Quran in this month. Allah हमें इसकी तौफीक अता फरमाए. अब Imam Ghazali alayhi rahmah, he says that there are three type of people who keep रोजे. तीन किस्म के लोग हैं जो रोजे रखते हैं. He says the first type of people who keep रोजे are the common people, आम लोग. Okay, and the common person is who? He is that person who just does the farz of roza, the fast, and that is to not eat, to not drink, and to not to have any sexual activity. That's it. This is the bare minimum of a roza. And Imam Ghazali says this is the norm. Ye aam log. And majority of the ummah is like this. They're on the first level. Then he says, Imam Ghazali alayhi rahmah, that there are the second level, the super level. And that is the fast of pious people, नेक लोग, those who are, जिसको हम कहते हैं वली अल्लाह, अल्लाह के बुजुर्ग लोग. And who are those? What are their रोजा? उनका रोजा क्या है? Their roza is this, that they abstain from every single sin and every single makruha. हर किस्म का मकरूह, हर किस्म के गुनाह से बचते हैं. In their roza, meaning they read the namaz, okay? With that they'll read their nawafil. With that they'll not look at the haram, not listen to the haram, not eat the haram, not go towards the haram, do all of the halal action, not even do any makruh amal. They do all of the halal action in the roza. This is the level of the awliya gone. Wali Allah. And then the third level is the level of the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. And that is that banda dunyawi har kaam se dur rahe. He stays away from every single worldly action, meaning you do not work, you don't go out and earn, you only and only in your roza you do the ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Subhanallah.
Bas. This is the level of the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam. हम उस लेवल पे नहीं पहुंच सकते. We can't get to that level. We live in this world now that बंदा अगर बाहर ना निकले काम करे तो पेट की तू पूरा करेगा. We live in this world now. The reality is this. However, the second level we can all try. कोशिश करें. In the month of Ramadan, I will not use my social media. Okay? In the month of Ramadan, okay, I will use my phone less. In the month of Ramadan, I will read every single nafal of every single namaz. Okay? In the month of Ramadan, I will recite the Quran. In the month of Ramadan, I will recite 1,000 durood upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam daily. 1,000 durood huzur ki zaat pe har roz padhe. And the hadith says, the one who recites 1,000 durood upon me, जो मुझ पे 1,000 दुरूद भेजे दिन में, वो बंदा नहीं बनता जब तक जन्नत में अपना माल ना देखे. Right? He sees his palace before he dies. Okay? This is for that person who recites 1,000 durood upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay? ये रमजान के महीने में ये जरूर करें. Make a याद, ये सारी की दिन की नियत कर लें. Make an intention. With all of these things, I will do in the month of Ramadan. Allah हमें इसकी तौफीक अता फरमाए. Another thing which I was going to mention is in my head. Remember, अगर बंदा नेकी ना करे, he doesn't do a nafal action. Okay? A action which is not for us, but he always does not do a nafal action. However, he stays away from the haram. वो haram से दूर रहता है. Okay? Such a person is better than that person who does nafal action but does the haram. Okay? Haram से बचना भी नेकी है. Staying away from the haram is a good action in itself. If someone doesn't do enough of action, but stays away from the haram, let me tell you, mashallah, you're doing very good. You're excellent. You're on point, right? You're A star, right? You're A triple star, right? Staying away from the haram. And not doing nafal, but you're staying away from the haram, excellent. ये कोशिश ये करें. Then in the month of Ramadan, I will stay away from haram action. मैं haram से दूर रहूँगा. Okay? Using the smartphone, there's more chances of you going towards the haram. Haram की तरफ जाना, रोजे में is a more of a possibility. You stay away from the phone, phone से दूर रहें, Okay? And try to focus. Asal baat ye hai ki we don't have the mentality. Focus means. Sanu focus on the pukhda. The only thing we focus on is our hunger. Because I've got my hunger. Right? साडा है हाल है कि इमाम साहब इफ्तारी ते दुआ 1 मिनट लेट हो जाए तो हर बंदे ने उन्हें लुक एट द फेसेस उनमें चेहरे देखो 1 मिनट लेट होगी अस्तगफिरुल्लाह ला हौला वला कुव्वता इल्ला बिल्लाह ताजा टाइम हो गया जी इमाम साहब लेट होगी क्यों लेट होगी भाई बंदा पूछे तुम पूरा दिन रोजा रख ले 1 मिनट लेट होगी तो फिर okay yeah these are things we need to mentally change Allah हमें इसकी तौफीक अता फरमाए कि that we fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and make that when we leave Ramadan, when Ramadan goes, we become a better person. I'm better out of when we leave Ramadan. The problem is, Ramadan comes, we become pious. In the middle of Ramadan, we get used to fasting and we get used to the sins. And when Ramadan ends, Eid comes, subhanAllah, people are outside market, Chandras, okay, doing what? Pada, right? Dancing, right? Ramadan, मैं क्या शैतान भूल गया तुझे भी भूल गए have you opened as well now just with the shaitan look they're dancing early is here now I can do what I want we just Muslims partially Muslims part-time Muslims only the month of Ramadan the pass वही करता है no Ramadan when Ramadan goes you need to be a better person Imam Ghazali alayhi rahmah he says that there are 6 things which a person needs to do if he wants to make himself better in the month of Ramadan. And after the month of Ramadan, he changes himself. He says, pehli cheez, first thing you need to do, okay, कि नीयत साफ रखें. Your intention should be only and only for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Second thing, Imam Ghazali says, stay away from haram. Haram dekhna, haram sunna. If you're having a roza or you're listening to rap music, you're having a roza or you're listening to songs, that's wrong. Okay? Third thing he says, Imam Ghazali, that recite the Quran in abundance. Fourth thing Imam Ghazali says, that at the time of iftar, eat less. Kam khai. But this is impossible for us. This is not possible for those people. As he pakora na khaiye to logi kehande ne main roza nahi rakhya. Yeah, these are the comments of people whom I've heard people say this. Okay, kam khai, eat less in the month of Ramadan. Okay, fifth thing Imam Ghazali says what you should do is read your awwabin after Maghrib namaz. Maghrib namaz ke saath 6 nafal awwabin padhe. Okay, what you should do is read 2 nafal of Maghrib namaz and then after that read 4 nafal. Uske baad 4 nafal padhe. Okay, you can read them separately or you can read them 4 together. Ek hi mein 4 इकट्ठे पढ़ ले. Awwabin. And the hadith says कि जो बंदा awwabin के नवाफिल पढ़ता है, he gets the sawab of 12 साल की इबादत का सवाब मिलता है. Right? Just by reading awwabin nafal every single day. 6 nafal. And then he says, finally, the 6th thing you should do is every day, sit down and do istighfar to Allah Ta'ala and ask Him to forgive you. He says, Imam Ghazali, कि बंदा ये 6 चीजें कर लेना, these 6 things which I just mentioned, after Ramadan you will feel that you have changed yourself. ठीक है, ये 6 चीजें जरूर करें. Make it a habit कि इंशाअल्लाह मैं रमजान में ना कोई हराम देखूंगा ना कोई सुनूंगा. Inshallah, go say inshallah.
Inshallah.
I will not eat the haram, I will not look at the haram, I will not listen to the haram. Inshallah. मैं रमजान के महीने में कसरत से कुरान की तिलावत करूंगा inshallah. In the month of Ramadan, I will give as much as sadaqah as much as possible inshallah. Yeah. Remember, there are those people which वो लोग हैं that they'll keep a roza but there's no benefit to them. And the hadith in front of me, عن أبي هريرة رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم. He صلى الله عليه وسلم said, من لم يدع قول الزور والعمل به فليس لله حاجة فيه أن يدع طعامه وشرابه. He Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم said कि जिसने बुरी बात की और जिस शख्स ने बुरी बात और उस पर अमल ना किया और छोड़ दिया, अल्लाह को कोई हाजत नहीं कि वो शख्स अपना खाना और पीना छोड़ दे. वही सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम saying that if you don't leave speaking the haram, बंदा रोजा रख रहा है और गालम गोश्त नहीं छोड़ रहा, he's keeping his roza, but he's swearing, he's keeping his roza, he's listening to the haram. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he doesn't need your eating and drinking. You staying away from eating and drinking, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not affecting. कोई फायदा नहीं. बंदा रोजा रखे and he's just hungry all day, but there's no effect upon him. Next hadith, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kam min sa'im." कई बोल रोजेदार हैं. That those रोजेदार, he sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, لَيْسَ لَهُ مِنْ صِيَامِهِ إِلَّا الظُّمَاءَ. Because the only thing that they get from the roza is being hungry. Okay? وَكَمْ مِنْ قَائِمٍ لَيْسَ لَهُ مِنْ قِيَامِهِ إِلَّا السَّحْرُ. Then there are those people who stand in the month of Ramadan, meaning Taraweeh, and what happens, they get nothing other than just standing. This is majority of the ummah today. Majority of the ummah, we are like this today. कि हम रोजा रखें, and the only thing we do is we lose weight in the month of Ramadan. And not even those people who are eating excessively, run ke khar in the month of Ramadan, some of those people who gain weight in Ramadan. They're supposed to lose weight, but they're gaining weight. Because they're eating so much at the time of iftar. Iftari mein apne aap ko control rakheं. Control yourself at the moment of iftar, that I don't overeat. Okay? But ye ho nahi sakta. And then standing in Taraweeh, ये चीज I want to say to you कि Taraweeh पे जरूर आए. I want you all to come for Taraweeh.
इंशाअल्लाह. इंशाअल्लाह.
और Taraweeh आप सब ने 20 पढ़नी है इंशाअल्लाह.
इंशाअल्लाह.
20 पढ़ेंगे ना इंशाअल्लाह.
इंशाअल्लाह.
तो कहते हैं इंशाअल्लाह काट होते हैं. मुझे पता है लोगों ने 8 पढ़ को फिर निकल जाए. Right? You are all going to read 20 Taraweeh inshallah. Right?
Inshallah.
What's the point of coming to Ramadan? In Ramadan comes and we can't stand for Taraweeh and listen to the whole Quran. Hadith says in front of me, he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that Man Sama Ramadana, जिसने रमजान के महीने रखे, जो रमजान में रोजा रखा, whoever keeps a roza, a fast in the month of Ramadan, imanan wa ihtisaban, with iman and with ihtisab, fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, غُفِرَ لَهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِهِ, Allah uske sare guna maaf kar dega. All of his sins are forgiven. For the one who keeps a roza with iman. Then he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, وَمَنْ قَامَ رَمَضَانَ إِيمَانًا وَإِحْتِسَابًا غُفِرَ لَهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِهِ, Allah uske bhi sare guna maaf kar dega. Who stands in Qiyam, meaning Taraweeh. I want you all to come for Taraweeh, inshallah. Inshallah, I will be reciting in Taraweeh. My brother Hafiz Uzair will be here. He's the Imam of the Quba Masjid. And we've got Hafiz Hassan. Us three will recite the full Quran. Allah hame isme istiqamat ata farmaye. Allah hame isme kamyabi ata farmaye.
Ameen.
Those people, for example, by Rashid in front of me, by Zubair in front of me, the other people who I see, they stand right behind me for the full Ramadan. Pura Ramadan. Awwal akhir, they stand there right behind me. Listen to what? The Quran of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
MashaAllah.
These are the most successful people who come early in the masjid just to listen to the Taraweeh. I want you all to do that. Okay, please pray. Read 20 Taraweeh. And remember, 8 Taraweeh, there's no such thing as 8 Taraweeh. There'll always be 20. For example, the first person who started Taraweeh with Jumah, congregation,
Inshallah.
okay, is who? Umar bin Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala. मैं उन लोगों से सवाल करता हूँ, call themselves, we are the Ahlul Hadith. We follow the Hadith. We are the followers of the Hadith. We follow Umar bin Khattab. Okay, now you're following Umar bin Khattab. Now read 20 Taraweeh then. Umar bin Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala, he started Taraweeh in Jama'ah, he did 20 Taraweeh. 20 Taraweeh आपने पढ़ी है. Not 8 Taraweeh. Not 8. He read 20 Taraweeh. So आप सब रहे. And what did he do? He made Ka'b bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala and the Imam and said, you come and you recite the full Quran. He was the Qari of the Quran, Imam. Ka'b bin Malik radiyallahu ta'ala. Allah हमें कबूल व मंजूर फरमाए रमजान में. इस सारे रोज़े अल्लाह ताला कबूल व मंजूर फरमाए. Last thing, which I want to mention in regards to moon sighting. Because today, some countries will start Ramadan. मैंने आप सबसे गुजारिश हो है, okay? We in this masjid, okay, we follow the ruling of the Ahl Sunnah wa Jama'ah. And our ruling is what? Our ruling is follow the Sunnah. Follow what? What did I say? The
Sunnah.
Okay? And that is to be able to see the moon with the naked eye. This is the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay? So now, we, inshallah, hum aaj kya karenge? We, the ulama, will sit down at the meeting in Masjid Anwar al-Haramain, North Jama Masjid, after Asr Namaz. They will try to get the moon from Morocco, this North Africa area, because our time difference between them is not much, okay? I want you all to be patient and wait for we get the confirmation that the moon has been sighted. There is a chance that we will be able to see the moon from Moroccan areas. However, Morocco, the time difference is 1 hour. 1 घंटे का फर्क है. Their sunset is 7:30, okay? It's 6:30. There's 1 hour time difference, okay? By the time we get confirmation of the moon, it will be roughly 7:30, 7:45. Okay? I want you all to wait to 7:30. करेंगे सारे दराज.
Inshallah.
For the whole look ahead, okay? So the problem is, people then say, oh, you Saudi have seen the moon. Florida moon has seen the moon, why don't you follow? We say, there's no harm in following Saudi Arabia. I'm still khilaf nahi, following Saudi. The question we say is, if you're going to follow Saudi, do they even make sense that they are following the rules of science to be able to see the moon? That's the question. And last year, I showed this over here in front of people that Eid al-Adha, when Eid al-Adha came, the month of Dhul Hijjah, when that started, it was impossible from the science, from the rules of science to be able to see the moon. One moon they saw, Allah knows. That's the question. You all, if you go home today, open your phone, there's a website called moonsighting.com. Moonsighting.com, put on there Ramadan moon sighting. And you'll see on there the map of science, the whole globe, where the moon will be sighted. We all need to be able to अपने अकल खुद इस्तेमाल करें कि बस आपने भी दोस्त ये लोग क्या कर हमारे साथ अल्लाह हमें अमल की तौफीक अता फरमाए. Therefore, आखिर में I spoke to Bhai Shamshad and our Abdul Nasir Khan Sahab, inshallah, due to the waiting for Morocco today, if we will read Isha Namaz at 8:15, inshallah. And then Tarawih will start at 8:30. ठीक है? आज हम 15 मिनट लेट करेंगे. इशारे दराज is be aware that we will read Tarawih today at 8:15, okay, not 8 o'clock. ठीक है? इंशाल्लाह ताला कबूल और मंजूर फरमाए. वाखिर अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह रब्बिल आलमीन.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Hayya ala salah. حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا